We'll start with few words from main guest of honor. Along with, after his words of blessings to all of us, we will move on to award ceremony, and we'll start with our Dr. Sai Baba God sir. Yes, request every person with all sense of responsibility to be brief, and we all need to rush. So over to Sai Baba sir. Come on, guys.
Good morning, everybody. Guests on the stage, the dignitaries, and brothers and sisters. Today I am very fortunate to attend to this function and address the gathering. I am thankful to Dr. Ashish for inviting me for this important function to address to all of you. Dear friends, one thing I have noticed with Dr. Ashish is he is very dynamic and he is a social interpreter. And always, during our COVID times and floods, we used to collect the grains, the medicine and food for the victims, and used to give to the people on the site. So many people think that he doesn't have work, but it is not so. He has heart for the people suffering. That is what our Swami Vivekananda said. So he used to feel the pain of the people and help them on time. Dear friends, when we start our life, we have a lot of obstacles to face and come up in the life. And especially the student community, I am supposed to address to them that I come from a rural area with lower economical group. Helping the people should start from our childhood. When I was studying in Nizam College hostel, when I was 16 years old, at pre-university course, we had 5 blind students who were my classmates. They were finding a lot of difficulty to read and write, and there were no readers. Though the government was paying for the readers, they were not coming on time. So English, Telugu and social subjects were common for all of us. I used to read for them. So I have seen their pain, and later on, when the visually challenged children are brought for treatment, we used to say that there is nothing to help them to restore the vision, either by operation or medicines. Then what next? I could visualize things which nobody has visualized. We had a plan and deep thinking that we start a school for the visually challenged in English medium. Country and there was no English medium school for the blind. We are the first people to start the school in the year 1992 with 4 blind children. Gradually, today, in the course of 29 years, it has come to status of the best school and the biggest school in the world today, with 500 plus students who are getting free food, education and accommodation, irrespective of their caste, religion or economical status. The children from all over the country are there. So what I am telling to these young children is, we must have a desire to help the people. We must change the world. We must change the world to the extent possible by our own effort. It is possible. For example, I will just quote one person. Grant, James Grant, he was heading UNICEF in the United States. He studied what is the cause for the child mortality. In the year 1982, he presented a paper where he said why 50% of the children die, why half the population are dying. The reasons that he realized is the malnutrition, infections, pneumonia, tetanus, measles. But what are those diseases? They are all preventable. Then he started a program, that universal immunization scheme all over the world. You know, before 1982, there were only 20% of the children were getting vaccinations. But because of his effort, today more than 90% of the children all over the world are being vaccinated. As a result, you know, 20 to 30 million children are saved every year because of this simple effort. You know, ORT, oral rehydration therapy, it is a simple technique. It is invented by a Bangladesh scientist who said a pinch of salt, 1 spoon of sugar, and boiled and cooled water will save the children from dying due to diarrhea. And the cost of this treatment is less than a cup of a tea. It is saving millions of children from death. Keeping in view of this, it is not just the government alone can do it. The NGOs, the non-governmental organizations, are helping the government in India to see that this vaccination, these health facilities are provided to the people at the lowest cost. The NGOs will provide the care and solve the problem at very low cost compared to the expenditure by the government. Today, in India, we are able to control polio. 100% polio immunization is done not just by the government alone, it is with the support of Rotary Club, Lions Club and other NGOs. So I am all telling all these things is, youth, do not depend on the government job, do not depend on anything. Have your own decisions to come up in the life. You create your own goal, you work for it, and day and night you will be definitely able to achieve the goal. Japanese, they say, if you can do some work, I must be able to do it. If you cannot do it, I must do it. That means that type of attitude the children develop. One more advice I tell you, the moment you take the newspaper today or yesterday in the front page, it carries the suicides, accidents, murders, and terrorism. Right? Today, number of cases we are seeing the youth committing suicides. So what is the cause for it? What I suggest is the self-confidence in the students is very important. Every time, if I am standing here, don't think that I am a successful man throughout. I would have had number of failures, but it is strong determination and willpower will make us a successful person. Failure in the exam is not an end factor. Failure can happen to anybody. Why do you get depressed? Why do you commit suicides? Why do you get away from the families? The youth, please remember, you learn to fall 9 times and get up 10 times. Have you heard of Abraham Lincoln? Abraham Lincoln had 36 times failures, either in elections, business, employment, everywhere. But he did not give up till he became the president of such a big country. Thomas Edison, take him. Thomas Edison, he tried number of times. He said, I tried 1,000 times. I realized that these 1,000 times will not work. We have to take another route. When we are traveling on a road, what we do is, if there is any obstruction, do you stand there? No, we take a deviation. Always in life, please do not get depressed by failures. Do not get depressed by anything, because the failure is a part of your life. I have failed number of times in many attempts. When I started the school, there was a lot of criticism, lot of complaints. Many people, they thought it will not survive, but it was a strong desire, and the route which you have taken was not traveled by anybody. So that's why what I suggest every youth, be strong, be bold, have a goal, work for it, and go along with it. And in your family or in your neighbors, if there is any change in the behavioral patterns, like not attending classes, not taking interest in classes, not taking in family affairs, not talking to your friends, that time there is some change in the attitude of that girl or a boy. Please report it back to their parents that your daughter or son is behaving like this, which is not safe. And always they discuss about suicides and other things. So this type of attitude should be brought to the notice of the parents so that it will not happen. My sincere advice to everybody, whether young or old, please be bold to face the failures. Always have a determination, always have a goal and work for it, and every day you work for it and you will be successful. Shakespeare once said, the people who are laughing on the stage, people are moving happily, does not mean that they are happy throughout. It always means that they are able to control their sorrows and feel happy. When a photographer asks us to smile, smile, we will take a photograph. We smile it for a better photograph. Why not this smile exists throughout the day? It is a universal language. Let us keep it always on our face so that even your enemy becomes a friend. And Mahatma Gandhi said, first to do the important things, later you can do the other things. For example, I'm an eye specialist. At the time of examinations, we get lot number of patients complaining of headache, complaining of vomiting, complaining of redness, because they have stress of the examinations. The student community should not waste their time, but always, keep up your syllabus and complete on the time. One of my relatives was telling, she is a medical student. Her mother told me that her daughter is a medical student who is in final year. Entire dining table is full of books because the exams are nearing. How can anybody read all the books at a time? So that's why you are piling up. You are postponing the important things. That should not happen. So a student should be like a soldier. If your examination is conducted tomorrow, I am ready to take up the exam. We will not go back. That should be attitude. Exam date has come. Exam date has come. I must work hard. I must pass through and never compare with other people. Always compete. Healthy competition is always better. But at the same time, you don't compete and get depressed. So my sincere advice to all the student community and parents, the failure is a part of life. And our decisions sometimes may go wrong, but do not get depressed. Always be bold and lift your head straight up and say that I can face this challenge. Number of failures is not a criteria. Always attempt sincerely, devote your time, don't waste your time. Of course, you can go to pictures, you can go for recreation, you can play games, you can study. But at the same time, I don't advise you to waste your time and spoil your career and build your career. Your future is in your hands. With these few words, I thank again Dr. Ashish Chavan for giving me this chance.